All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Brian Arakpo in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll power his way up near the 25. They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick, and I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
2nd and 10, Rudolph again. His throw caught right around the 6. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Detroit! Detroit! Line 55, line 55. Hey, eat. Hey, keep it up, keep it up. Over!
He'll try and run it in with Bell. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Check, 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 check.
Leopard! Leopard!
Check safety, check safety.
He'll get it up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
57 for Mike. 57 for Mike.
Now Rudolph with third and goal. And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown Steelers. Antonio Brown, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers getting set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's complete to Antonio Gates. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Second down, Rivers. Caught by Gates, left side. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Keep it skinny. Hey, Delta!
Rivers now to throw on first down. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Evades the tackler, and now some space. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
Keep it skinny.
Okay. Right.
Again, it's Rivers. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Stephon Tuitt breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
On third down, Rivers. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Cluster.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again. 1st and goal.
5-4. Buffalo wall.
Rivers now. Incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal.
Hey, go orange. Orange. Hey. Q.
From the gun, Rivers. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. I'll give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a 3rd and goal. This defense hasn't let him in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. Caleb Sturgis now for the Charger field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Mike 52. Here we go. Check motion.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. The give is to Bell. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Rudolph on 3rd down. Caught here by Bell. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
Detroit! Detroit!
The first carry for the rookie, it's Jordan Wilkins. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, you got 3. Here we go now. 3, 9, 10.
Here's Rudolph now on 2nd down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Now Rivers. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Rivers now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. A first down throw here for Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now a second down throw for Rivers. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
The Chargers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Rivers. Gates has it over the middle. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. How many times have we seen this? Rivers to Gates on third down to keep the Charger drive alive. Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Hey, Rocket!
Operating from the gun, Rivers. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. He got 29 yards that time.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get
they?
a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Let's go.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now it's the backup Smith. Buying time to his left. Into heavy traffic. And a loose football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. The tight end Gates, the intended target. The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning.
Gun! Over!
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So 1:55 to go in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this.
Let's go.
Rivers now after the fumble recovery. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Delta! White!
To throw again. Rivers. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Rivers to Benjamin. Good for the Charger first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Hey, go orange.
Rivers on first down. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Right back for Allen. This time he finds him complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Steelers are going to take over first and 10 deep in their own territory. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Rudolph throwing on second down. Going up top. And got his man complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Colby Listenbee, 85 yards. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Now Jones. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And he powers his way up past the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Rivers now on second down. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. The Chargers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be third and 6.
Orange. Come on.
To throw is Rivers. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Here's Drew Kaiser now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taking it about the 16. So we reach halftime. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Again, it's Bell. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Lucky 56.
Rudolph looking to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. A give to Bell. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd down, here's Rudolph. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Right at the convergence of the three rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Keep it skinny. White. White. White.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
Keep it skinny. Muscle on wall. White. Come on.
First down, Rivers. He's airing it out for Williams. This is intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. He's going through a rough patch throwing the football. 4 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive. Starts the game with a pick here.
Well, we did spend time with the head coach and the offensive coordinator and asked them, what did you see on tape? What did you see on film? And they talked about mechanics, making sure that he gets his feet underneath him, doesn't overstride, does a better job taking care of the football. And I think they're as shocked as anyone to see the first one of the game here in this one.
Yeah, he needs to start heeding their advice. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, here's Rudolph. He's going to air one out. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Colby Listenbee, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Hey! Three down. Hey, check. Left. Hey, hut.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Hey, go orange. Hey, Rocket. Room.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. T.J. Watt, first-round pick a year ago there defensively for Pittsburgh.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Ready. White.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
This is fielded at the 27. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Detroit!
Back to throw, Rudolph. This one complete, right side to McDonald. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Watch him now, Barney! Bang, bang! Gun!
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
12.
From the gun, Rivers. Caught by Gates, left side. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Hey! Keep it skinny. 12. 12.
On first down, Rivers. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From the gun, Rivers. And his throw is incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Allen's first catch, good for a first down. On 1st and 10, Rivers. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to...
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Brian Arakpo in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. On play action, Rivers. And incomplete, a disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Heinz Field has always been a tough place for field goal kickers. It's just a very heavy sod. Plus, you've got an open end of the field with wind coming off the Allegheny. And sure enough, he kind of chunks this one, and it's no good.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Hot, blue 90.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Here's Rudolph. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
I can't believe they let you play.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Following the fumble recovery, Rivers. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. He was looking for Travis Benjamin that time. And it's 2nd down.
Hey!
Throwing again. Rivers. This is caught, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Antonio Gates with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Sturgis for the extra point, and we are tied at 7. And how about this decision? Tie game first half, but here's an onside kick. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. Gun! 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 Gun!
Here's Rudolph now on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Rookie Derwin James with a pick. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct. And what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now, but later when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, we'll remember his rookie year and how things began.
Following the interception here, Rivers. And his throw here's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Keep it skinny. Hey, Delta! Hey! Motion. White! Lady high!
To throw again. Rivers. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. 1st and 10 at the 19. Play fake, Rivers. He'll buy some time right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Rashad Breeland there defensively and able to knock that one down to the ground. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away this timing.
Throwing Rivers. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from moving out in front. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
2nd down, Rivers. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Hey, come on. Left.
So on 3rd and goal, Gordon. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Partner, it's decision time now. I know it's still just the 2nd quarter, but you have an opportunity to either kick the field goal or go for it and try and score a big-time touchdown. This is why the head coaches get paid the big bucks.
Load it. Okay.
They're going to run. This is Gordon. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Gordon can't break through against this defensive line, and the Steeler D will celebrate the goal line stand. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And an alley to run. Le'Veon Bell. Kiss him goodbye. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And before this 2nd down play,